So July was the hottest on record for Phoenix. We shattered records back and forth. We also saw the world's hottest days during that month. So heat at the top of mind. We also here in the Valley have had several days where we have had pollution advisories that goes hand in hand with the high heat. And now we get this new study that says both are contributing to heart attack. Here to talk about it as our ABC 15 Health Insider, Dr. Shad Marvasti. Good morning.
Good morning.
First, what are we hearing in this study?
Well, I think it's important to note that even before this study, we already knew that extreme temperatures increased our risk for heart attacks or strokes. So either extreme heat or extreme cold. And I think that can make sense to everybody if you just think about the impact it has on your car, right? Where, if your car is overworked in heat, if you've ever had a car with a radiator overheating, right, in the heat or in the cold, things getting kind of frozen and it's stalling, not turning on. So if you have underlying risk factors and you have an underlying narrowing of your arteries that feed your heart, then basically when you strain it, right, from excess heat or excess cold, that's going to cause your body to do more to compensate for that extreme temperature, and that increased work and strain on your heart and your lungs is basically going to lead to an increased risk of a heart attack or stroke. And now when you add on top of that air quality, now according to this latest study, that can double the risk of heart attack death because of both of those kind of being like a double whammy in terms of the increased impact on the body.
With this study, though, they were also linking the number of consecutive days where even just 4 days in a row of extreme heat, heart attacks are the case days that they were having. It was a 74% increased risk. So what can we take away? If we knew some of that already, now we add this to where we are, that we do get that 1-2 punch here, then what is the takeaway for everybody watching this morning that they really need to know?
We had a 31-day, heat wave, right? And we're still in it, even though we have some relief. And so when it comes and goes, right, we're going to have these long stretches of time during the summertime. And so recognizing the fact that you can't just go for a walk outside, you certainly can't go for a hike, but even just normal errands, as you're saying, you need to be mindful of the fact that that can increase your risk. And then knowing your risk factors beforehand, right? If you haven't checked your blood pressure, if you haven't checked your cholesterol, if you haven't looked at your weight, all those different things that can impact your blood sugar, all these things that can increase your risk of a heart attack or stroke, you want to modify those, right? So that you're not at baseline risk. But some of this stuff is hidden, and we know that it's a number one killer in women. And a lot of the symptoms may not be typical. You may not have chest pain, right? You may just feel tired and fatigued and feel some pressure when you're having one of these events. And so I think avoiding being outside as much as possible, looking at that app on your phone, which talks about the heat index and also talks about the pollution in the air, both of those factors being important, and saying, well, I need to really limit my exposure outside, and then also staying hydrated, as we've talked about before. And then also, potentially if you have to be outside for longer periods of time, obviously hydrating, even considering wearing a high quality mask at times outside, that also can reduce the particulates that kind of come in. Avoiding outside completely when we have the wildfires, because that's when those particulate numbers go up exponentially.
Also, when we have those high pollution advisory days, we're often only cautioning people who have breathing specific problems like asthma, COPD, very young children, to limit their time outdoors. But really, this study is shedding light that everyone needs to be watching how much time they spend outside in that pollution, which sometimes can be sort of a silent, invisible killer. Now it's not like when we have wildfires, that's at least very clear. You can smell it in the air, but on a high pollution day, you don't always necessarily see the grime in the air.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point, because I think a lot of these advisories, as you said, target vulnerable populations. But what if you're one of those people who doesn't know that you're vulnerable, that you have an underlying beginnings of narrowing of arteries somewhere in your body, you haven't checked your blood pressure, you haven't checked your cholesterol, you haven't done any of the screening tests, which actually that's a lot of people, right? And so I think better safe than sorry, in terms of knowing what the risk is and protecting yourself.
Absolutely. And of course, following our continued conversations about your own prevention with diet, because you can do something to limit your other risk factors as well, especially when these are two things that are just a fact of life living here in the Valley. So really important perspective this morning. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.